My name is Jack OTC and welcome to my marathon submission for Pure Hero no CCG Yes Warps in Shadow the Hedgehog. If we don't know, Shadow the Hedgehog is a rather unique game in the sense that there are 10 different non-canon pathways and, well, 5 actual pathways, but there are 10 pathways to complete the game, and there are many categories for every pathway, this one being Pure Hero no CCG Yes Warps, and the only restriction is to not use Chaos Control Glitch, which is a rather broken glitch that allows you to just skip a lot of the game. This level is called Westopolis, and like many first levels in speedrunning, it's a major reset point, and you will get rather annoyed by it if you play this game constantly. And around here we get to see one of the main gimmicks of Shadow the Hedgehog in terms of the speedrun, using Chaos Control to just skip through a lot of everything because it's so fast. And what I did right there is I stopped and started Chaos Control at a time where it was faster to do so, because you can stop it at a later time, but it's slightly slower to do so. If you haven't realized yet, I am playing on the Japanese version. The Japanese version comes from a similar build of the NTSC U Xbox release, in the sense that Chaos Control Glitch is not there, like you can't physically do it. But it does make the setup for the next stage much easier. It saves about a second or so. The next stage is a Glyphic Canyon, and it's home to probably the main run killer of the category, Glyphic Canyon Warp. It's a trick that I found about a year ago, and it's a really difficult trick. It's consistent, but it's really difficult. I think I end up getting first try. Okay, so Glyphic Canyon is a rather simple stage. You light dash, and then you skip the loop there, and then you spin dash to skip the dash pad because it's really slow. And here's Knuckles. So you break open the shadow box, you heal the guards. I messed up a bit there, but then so this is the egg vacuum. It sucks up a bunch of things. And it's pretty much the optimal way to complete the stage, whether it's with CCG or with warps. And this is how Glyphic Canyon warps work. I'll just let the trick speak for itself. If you start the warp early enough, you can just warp straight to the goal ring without having to move forward. And that's Glyphic Canyon Warp. But yeah, Glyphic Canyon Warp is probably one of the hardest tricks in Shadow, just because of how weird the setup is. Alright, so the next stage is Prison Island Normal. It's a rather simple stage. You just jump off the rail, light dash again, and kill the beetle to get the gun. And here's Charmy. He is rather annoying, but that's why we love him. So you get these saucers, and you just ride along. Prison Island is a rather straightforward stage. You just play as intended for the most part. You break the shadow box, get the Omochao gun. Oh yeah, this is the Omochao gun. It is a really powerful weapon in the sense that it can be a lot more useful than the most powerful weapon in the game, the shadow rifle, just because of the ricochet effect that its projectiles have. Oh yeah, this is another quirk of this game. When you fill either the hero or dark gauge, you get infinite ammo and invincibility. It's one of the quirks of the game that I really love. There is a separate invincibility power up, but it's not very common. So yeah, that's Prison Island. A rather straightforward stage, and you get the 4th Chaos Emerald out of it. So the next stage is Sky Troops. It's probably the longest stage in the category, so there is plenty that can go wrong. So this is Sky Troops. It starts off with this 15-second or so automated section. And you break open the shadow box here, and here's the shadow rifle. You get it after beating the last story, and it's supposed to be the overpowered weapon that kills everything in one hit. It definitely makes the hero mission easier, which is to destroy all the power sources, all five of them. And this is one of the few useful vehicles in the game. You just jump high and skip that section. And you don't even need to use the blimp here, just spin dash to skip it. So around this section here is where you would warp if you were in a category that uses Sky Troops warp, like Hero, no CCG, S warps. But since this is pure Hero, we're not concerned with going to the goal ring. You get another ammo there, and you just Chaos Control skip this long and tedious section. Light dash here, skip loop there. Yeah, the shadow rifle is incredibly overpowered. It's not as useful in as many cases as the Omochao gun, but it can still be useful. The Omochao gun is very useful if you want to just kill many enemies very efficiently because of the ricochet effect it has. We don't really use that flight section because it's very slow, so you just skip it with Chaos Control. You just jump down here and destroy the last power source, and that's Sky Troops. So, after all of that stuff with the hard tricks and the long stages, we finally get to take a breather in Space Gadget. Space Gadget is a stage that is mostly automated and one stage that I can safely say I have put way too many hours in. So the main gimmick of this stage is that you need to get to the goal ring before Sonic does. So basically before 5 minutes have passed, and you don't even get a weapon of any kind. It's just go straight to the goal ring. Yeah, here's a neat trick. Instead of going through the dash pad, you just spin dash and light dash there. It's slightly faster. Just like with Crazy Gadget in Sonic Adventure 2, there is a lot of gravity switching. And there's this Chaos Control orb that you can just skip this very tedious gravity control section. And grab the pulley here. You intentionally get hit to abuse the invincibility frames because the saucer is slow. Spin dash jump over here. The stage is... it's mostly automation and spin dash jumping. That's all it is. Speaks for itself. The only use of the 5 key doors. There are 5 keys in each level. I think it's about 115 keys in total. I may be wrong. But there are some key doors that are useful, some are not, and this one just so happens to save around 20 seconds or so. So that's Space Gadget. It's a fairly easy breather compared to the rest of the category. That's for sure. So the final stage is, fittingly, Final Haunt. Being the final stage in the category, it's really where the nerves start setting in, especially on a good run. So Final Haunt is a stage where ammo conservation is really important, because you only have one shadow rifle throughout the entire stage, so especially in a newer, faster route that's not being shown off here, like, you don't want to miss too many shots or else you lose a lot of time. It's one of the reasons why Final Haunt can be so precise, especially in IL runs. So you use Chaos Control to skip this section here, and momentarily stop and restart Chaos Control to skip these loops. You kill these 4 golems here. Every time I do that, it's oddly satisfying. during that triangle jump section, you can just spin dash jump and skipping the triangle jump altogether. But I didn't end up doing that in this run. Yeah, see that I only have one shadow rifle ammo left. It is faster to use the gun, use that gun instead of homing attacking, but I didn't do it right. Yeah, especially in the beginning of Final Hunt, conservative use of your ammo is really important. Now we're coming off to the end of Final Hunt, and this is something that can really screw you over without practice. It's a rather simple skip to where you jump around the shield, and yeah, if you mess up, you can die and lose a few seconds. So, time for one of the most luck-based sections in the game, the final boss of the category, Black Doom. So Black Doom is a heavily luck-based fight. He can do one of three moves: a boomerang attack, a meteor attack, and a flame attack. As long as you get anything but meteors, you're fine. If you get meteors, you easily lose about 20 seconds. And yeah, you just jump in the air and mash. He's dead. Yeah, so that's Pure Hero no CCG Yes Warps. It's a category with a very difficult but satisfying beginning. And yeah, that's it. If you want to get in contact with the Shadow the Hedgehog community, the Sonic Speedrunning Discord server is a good place to go. I'd say we're somewhat active on there. But yeah, that is my submission for Pure Hero no CCG Yes Warps and Shadow the Hedgehog.
僕の名はシャドウ・ザ・ヘッジホッグ。マリアが愛したこの星を守る者。この奇跡の石カオスエメラルドを使い悪を裁く。そう、それが僕の答え。